I'm Richard Randall, and welcome back to Your Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker. She is the host of the program, and this is the weekly radio show that informs and educates you on how to buy or sell real estate with Barb Schlinker, the owner broker of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Now, Barb, we're talking about one of people's largest assets, that is the home. Many people have stayed on the sideline, decided not to buy because of the rates or the prices are just too high. So, Barb, there are ways to make homes more attractive and affordable to buyers. Tell us about them.
Well, I will say that when the rates went up, which was the middle of 2022, many buyers gave up because, at the end of the day, most people don't pay cash for homes, right? So they're going to have to get a mortgage to be able to afford it. So it's all about the payment, right? So if the rates went up, the payment went up. So that's where a lot of the buyers kind of dropped off and they gave up, they quit buying. But some of them have, to their credit, moved back in with their folks or moved into an inexpensive apartment, started saving money for a down payment, which I think is a good idea. But as a home seller, you can actually offer incentives and be kind of like the builders. So if you know what some of the builders are doing, they'll go and get kind of bulk financing at lower rates. A lot of these builders are doing that, and they're saying, hey, we can get you in the door with a 5% rate. We'll cover $24,000 of your closing cost, or you can use that to buy down the rate some more, or maybe buy extras in the house, like an extra appliance or something like that, cover all your cost. And so they're helping these buyers walk in the door to buy the home. And it's great because not only by looking at their models can the buyers visualize themselves living there, even though the house that they're buying might be in the framing stage, it may not be done just yet. That's a really big carrot to get them in the door, that they're getting in with a lower payment. They're getting the house that they want. It's brand new. They can sometimes customize it to their needs, and it would cover any excess cash that they need to make it happen. And there are a lot of benefits to home ownership. I think in general, people know that your monthly payment stays relatively stable, except for property taxes and or homeowners insurance could go up just a little bit, not a whole lot. Versus if you were to rent, you don't really have control over whether or not that rent is going to go up. At the same time, over time, not instantly, but over time, home values do tend to rise. So even though we're having a little slight softening correction going on right now, if you zoom out to 5 years, the prices are going to go up. Even if you look back 2 years, the prices have gone up. It's just they haven't gone up 6 or 8 or 10% like we saw between 2020 and 2022. And some studies have shown that the people that own homes have more net worth than those that don't. And I'm meeting with people in all different areas, all different price ranges, that this is their number one investment, making their house payment, and they've waited 20, 30 years to sell their home. And now they've got a decent nest egg to go to their next destination and pay cash, which is really puts them in a strong position net worth wise. So what if a buyer has a house to sell? Most real estate agents don't really have a solution for that. So what happens is the seller goes, okay, Mr. Seller, I want to buy your house, but I want you to take your house off the market and wait for me to sell mine. And oh, by the way, mine isn't even on the market yet. Will you please do that, Mr. Seller? Well, most of them, they think about it. Some of them think, okay, well, that's the market. Maybe I should tolerate it. But the problem is there's no certainty to it. There's no closing date to it. So it really puts the seller into a weak position. At the same time, if you notify the listing service that you've accepted a contract like that, all the other buyers think it's not available, and it creates demand destruction. It does not work. So with our proprietary cash offer system, we could take any address in the country, put it up on that cash offer platform and spit out at least 6 to 10 offers on that home so that they could buy your home without having to sell their existing home. In other words, we can get them a cash buyer right out of the way. And that takes rid of that, gets rid of that home sale contingency. Also, if they have equity, a couple of those investors will allow them to, they will provide like a bridge financing just using their equity without making payments. So those are really good things that could help a home buyer make that transition from one house to another. And we're seeing more and more buyers make offers and ask for the home seller to pay their closing cost. Now, how much closing costs? That's a whole different thing. I recently saw an offer that came in where they asked almost $20,000 of closing costs to be paid by the seller. So think about it. The seller is paying commission, taxes, title. They came in with a lowball offer, and the buyer's agent wanted 3%, and they wanted 20,000 in concessions, and they came in 10,000 off the asking price. And she called it a win-win. I'm like, well, who's winning here? Only your buyer, not the seller. And the problem is, from the time they accept a contract, then they move forward with repairs. There's no benefit to the seller of doing that. It's just to get them to the finish line. So I call that kind of a zero-sum gain type negotiation. That's why I spend so much time on the show talking about how you can prepare your home for sale so there aren't any big surprises on the inspection, because that one, unfortunately, is the worst surprise that home sellers get, right? They go on the market, they think their house is great. The buyer's inspector does an inspection and makes up stuff about the house or is wrong about the house. And the problem is the buyer believes that, which could derail the buyer from wanting to buy the house altogether, or put the seller through hoop jumps just to verify whether or not the inspector is right. So it's really important that you don't overprice just for this negotiation. Don't build it in, because it could mean that that little bit of price increase for, quote, negotiating room could either cause your neighbor's house that's on the market to sell, or the buyer's not to show up at all. So what about some other cost? Like, you can actually, in negotiation, go up in price if the buyer wants a lot of closing costs. Like if they want to use some cash that they don't have to buy down their interest rate. First of all, who says the seller has to pay it? Why can't the lender pay it? The lenders are making just as much as the agents are in this deal, right? Why can't they get in there and help? So, but you can go up in price and offset the cost, right? And then commission, they always asking the seller to pay 3% commission. It is negotiable. And if you are the best home on the block, you know what? You can negotiate on commission as well. My name is Barb Schlinker. I'm the broker owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty and the host of this show, Your Real Estate Voice. And we're talking about how you can position your home to be put on the must-see list for home buyers. And when we come back, we're going to be talking about what you need to do to find out about these homes that are on the must-see list. And if you are thinking of making a move, give us a call. We offer free in-home consultations on what to do, what not to do to get your house ready for sale. We'll show you what your current competition will be. We'll give you a really good idea what your home will sell for in this market, and how much you'll put in your pocket when it sells. It's a free service. You're never obligated to sell. Just call us at 719-301-3900 or go to barbhasthebuyers.com. I have over 28,270 buyers in waiting just on my little website. And coupled with the marketing that I do on other platforms, typically I can match over 1,000 buyers for any one property. And we're marketing directly to those buyers to get as many as possible in the home to look at your home. And that's one of the ways that we get home sellers the most money. Richard?
So, Barb, we're talking about how to motivate buyers to put their home on that must-see list. That's where you want to be to get the greatest amount of money. What are the particulars of those offers?
Well, first of all, Richard, we have some roadblocks in our systems. One of them is the National Association of Realtors MLS websites. They have all these rules. One of the rules is we cannot advertise any home online unless it's already in the MLS. And then most of these MLS systems, and there are 1,500 different ones across the country, they're all different software and they don't talk to each other. They all have different, really stupid rules. And for the agent that's in that market to put a home online, they have to put it in that MLS system. And many times the MLS is telling us how to market. Now, none of them have a marketing degree, just so you know, but they have these rules that will tell us you cannot put anything financial in the public description. You can't do that. You can't put that the seller's offering an assumable VA loan with a really low interest rate. You can't do that either. We can't even put in there that the seller is offering a warranty on their systems and appliances for a year after closing. They have all these really dumb rules that are kind of in the sales destruction business for some reason. Now, we found a way around it. We found an MLS system that I drive to all the websites where the buyers are. So I make whatever marketing phrases that I need to say, that the seller's offering incentives, that the lender's offering incentives, that the seller's offering a home warranty, that the listing agent's offering a home warranty, that the VA loan might be assumable. We can put all those things that are guarantees. Buy this home, I'll buy yours. I can put all those marketing phrases on the websites where the buyer's eyes are, even though I get slapped around by a local MLS service for doing those things. But that's okay. I don't mind. I will find a way around it because my goal is to help my clients get the most money and get that home put on the must-see list for the buyers. Now, it's not very easy to qualify for a loan. Typically what the lenders will do is they'll take a look at the buyer's gross monthly income. And in general, you can go to about almost half of their gross income can be in the form of debt. That includes house payment, mortgage payment, credit card, all that stuff, car payment if they have that. So to put that in perspective, at the current rates right now, if you're buying a $400,000 house, which is not high end in this market, with zero down, your payment's going to be $2,900 a month. Well, that's higher, probably $500 to $700 a month higher than what it would cost to rent a home like that right now, right? So the buyers have to make a decision. Well, I could probably save $700 a month renting versus, really, squeeze my budget and own a home. Now, a lot of people really want to own a home because they know about the long-term values of it, but it helps if they make more of a down payment. That's why I'm seeing more buyers save for down payments now. But you can get into homes even these days with zero down, even if you don't qualify for VA or FHA. There are down payment assistance programs. There are conventional loan programs where you can put zero down, 3% down, 5%, 10%. They're all out there for the buyer to consume. And we're just aligning right now with a really great mortgage banker rather, that can help these buyers get into homes. But you can, as a home seller, be like a builder and incentivize these buyers to want to come and put your home on their must-see list. I know how to do that. So if you are thinking of making a move, give us a call at 719-301-3900 or go to barbhasthebuyers.com and we'd love to help you. Richard?
You're listening to Your Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. She is your real estate voice. And if you're thinking of making a move, simply call Barb at 719-301-3900 or visit barbhasthebuyers.com. When we come back, we'll be discussing, do you need to pay a buyer's agent when purchasing a home here in Colorado? Barb has that answer. Stay tuned.